So when we're entering into the team fights, it's going to be about who starts the fight first. There's very little frontline on either side. The most tanky members, realistically, like a Renekton. Kled has a lot of base armor, but he's not going to be very tanky. Or base HP, rather. Fleshy's wrapping all the way
so
around.
Close. Oh, he flash smited Linces, the absolute monster! Scumon's going to execute! If it works, it works. Flash for flash, Linces does manage to get the Krugs. Kazi just sprinting into Labrov here. Hans Summer's there as well. Kazi just walks straight into them, and Hans Summer and Labrov don't have enough damage. And it will be first dragon relatively early here, 6.5 minutes in.
And we're seeing the reward of the early game plays from Vitality. Like, Linces is up a full level nearly on Scumon. Actually, Scumon got quite a bit of XP from the Krugs, but still a big lead from Linces. And with that, he's able to pick up the Drake completely uncontested. It's also due to just how much stronger Fleshy is. You can see him constantly kind of bullying out Labrov. And when you're playing the Shen into the Camille, you don't expect him to win the early game. It's mostly just about like kind of containing her.
Great engage there by Fiesta. Ignite Shockwave doesn't come out in time, and Fiesta gets first blood on Caps.
The Camille has not been contained.
Quickly, I know I said I talked enough about support. This is one of the reasons that Camille's support is so broken, is the paranoia comes down. They'll chase on to Labrov, who tries to flash away, but there's the fear, there's the abduct out of the abscond, and Fiesta's now 2-0. A charge in, though, from Broken Blade as he looks for the chase onto Fiesta. Fleshy trying to get across the wall, has no flash. Hook shot's knocked up in the middle of it, and the dash back in with a Cataclysm. Scumon takes one, they're in a double cage! Fiesta locked in a cage of his own making. The glass walls of emotion won't let him escape as Scumon takes the shot down.
And I thought Labrov just made a mistake here. He walked a bit. Oh, I think Hans Sama might be Linces? Oh, Hans Sama gets out. But Labrov is walking there, I think, because they've already made the call that Hans Sama will move up towards the grubs. So that starts.
See them accelerating these leads. Knocko 500 gold ahead, Fiesta 700 gold ahead. And there's small leads for Scumon and for Hans Sama, but nothing too substantial.
Hans Sama steps up here. I think he should be fine on this way, but it's all.
Oh, there we are. Paranoia immediately. They just want Hans Summer's flash, and a counter flash coming out from Linces. There's the fear, and Hans Summer doesn't have a leg to stand on except the artificial ones he built for himself as he walks out in the picture-in-picture Cataclysm coming down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we see a chase between Fiesta and Caps. It's a known bit of information for G2. And with him being level 6, doesn't want to get caught out by that Hexagon Ultimatum. And here it comes. Flash forward, Ultimatum, Paranoia coming in as they dive towards Caps, who does have the flash and gets out in time. Great Shadow Dash onto Linces. Underneath the tower means he takes 2 shots and is sent home in a body bag. Fleshy next on the menu as the Cataclysm comes out from Scumon, locks him in place, and Fleshy, there's no wall there. Reaching for air and finds only his own death.
It's so deep from Vitality. Caps was respecting. He had the flash as well to get out, and G2 want to strike back onto Knocknako as well.
Caps with a great TP. Knocknako really not too much he can do here. Pops the Dominus, does have the flash. Oh, Shockwave only up in 7 seconds, but BB and Caps team up to find a kill on the enemy top.
Knocknako tried to get away with the Dominus and the flash, but he just doesn't have the HP to do so. And I like that from Caps that he immediately TPs there after the play is finished. They don't go for the Herald as now. Fiesta might be in trouble as well. Has no flash.
They have so many teleports. Hans Summer's on his way up. Fiesta has no flash. He's stolen a Cataclysm, but he's locking himself in a cage. He still manages to take one down in Hell in a Cell. He'll fall forward. It's BB, in fact, that TP'd in instead of Hans Summer. And G2 find a slew of kills across the map.
Over the Ghost, but Vitality are actually just doing the Drake.
That's why it's so good from Linces, from Fiesta, sorry, to take out Scumon, because they know there's no jungler up on the map. Vitality can hard force this, even with Labrov in the area. That would be their 3rd Drake, put them on Soul Point in his mountain. But still about 20 seconds on that CD.
Yeah, I really like this play from Caps. He decided to ignore the bot wave because it was so pushed in, and they're just trying to siege this top tower. But Vitality are already answering, trying to defend. The Paranoia is up in 5 seconds, but Fiesta's already TPing in.
Labrov has Stand United. Rift Herald was started. TP from Hans Summer as well, as they're going to meet flying through the air. Broken Blade has that Stand United on him. Shadow Dash tries to get on the backline, but Knocknako doesn't get taunted up. Linces still falls first, and now they'll dive onto Fiesta, who is isolated in the midst of 5 in G2. Very happily take his life. A charge forward as Vitality are charging to an early grave. Knocknako with the Dominus doesn't dominate no one. Taken out by Labrov. Fleshy follows suit. Kazi the last man standing, and he wasn't even there.
And Vitality, again, they thought they could get the numbers advantage, but it's Hans Sama with the teleport. Carsey can't join. Carsey has
G2 have been in so much crisper with how they wanted to play the map. Get a kill top, TP to bot for Caps, then TP Broken Blade to top side to catch out Fiesta, who's killing Skumon, give up the Drake, but then fight again as LeBron is caught out in a hexagon to Maiden. Kazi will get his first kill, assist, or death on the board at 19.5 minutes, and still the Riftherald survives. You've got 20 seconds before it's going to return.
Hansama picked off, one-shot them, and that's how they start the fight.
Oh, really nice jousting over the wall there. Standing Knight coming in as well as Fleshy flashes away. Broken Blade flashes into the face of Kazi, but Fleshy's not saved by his Casio. Broken Blade's going to run away. LeBron can just dash across the wall. And not often seen it as well. They could be contesting mid-prior. Oh, nicely done by Fiesta. Sneaks into the bush, now jumps onto Hansama immediately. But where are the rest of Vitality? They're going to ride the Herald through the fight. Hexagon to Maiden going into Hansama as well. Riftherald coming in, Caps is here, and Fleshy's already dead. The Riftherald charges through, but with the Cataclysm on the backline, Fiesta unable to get purchase really for the damage. Now trying to dash back in as Linces begins to open up. Skumon chasing Knuckle with Broken Blade. LeBron having to flash across the wall. Caps getting chased down towards the bottom side. Abscond, abduct. Does Fiesta have enough? Not quite. As Skumon joins in the top side of the fight. And even though Fiesta found a good engage, Vitality are just too far behind.
That was a really nice creative flank, but Vitality weren't able to have a real follow-up. Hansama lived for so long, and the fact that they were able to take him down, but then it didn't have enough damage to take down Caps. As the fight is continuing here, BB might have stepped too far forward.
TP behind. BB needs to get the pocket pistol out, tries to remount, can't get there. Knuckle with a K in his pocket, a grand to the good. The question is, can he keep it and go back to Boris, or will he be sent home in a coffin? I think the answer's looking more coffin-shaped as the seconds go on. He tries to walk around the side here, but Caps is on the chase, a slice. Ooh, he does flash. There's the blast cone.
The problem is, but Fiesta's TPing.
Fiesta doesn't want to let a Crocodilian down. He said, see you later, alligator, and he's trying to make that happen as Caps splashes the wall with his predator, but the sun, the shockwave does not connect, and now Fiesta running for his life. Lince is here to try and protect as Shockwave brings Fiesta back, and it's a party on the top side of the map as the Hextech Storm comes out. G2 take 2 kills, and as you said, Jack, that's probably a Baron to boot.
Yeah, Fiesta Caps, maybe there's a world there where they're able to take him down, but with both members from Vitality dying, Linces does have the paranoia, he does have the flash, but it's so difficult for any of the Vitality members to really run in here. Maybe Fleshy can get a ward.
Yeah, just chuck the ward down and hope, right?
Yeah, but I think if like G2 is such a disciplined team, they're not going to give you this opportunity. It would be very funny if they do now, but...
Congrats to Hansama, 2,500 kills here in EU. He reaches that milestone. G2 secure the Baron well, and they're looking to secure an extra couple of 100 gold on top of it. Fleshy will fall to Lebrov, 202. And now Linces uses the paranoia defensively. Needs to try and walk away from BB. Dives across all the way to Lebrov. Okay, I did not see that one coming, and nor did the Shen support. Meanwhile, Nako tries to step up as Skumon puts him into the dirt. Hansama now being protected as Fiesta goes in. The Shockwave pulls him back. A flag, a drag, a slice, a dice, enough. As Fiesta dies for the 6th time this game, and G2 with a 7,000 gold lead continue to push through top. Kazi locked in a cage. Linces is going to be locked in the afterlife in a second. Kazi trading on Skumon, but Skumon has enough to survive through it. Another flag, another drag, another Vitality death.
It's a massacre right now. G2 is a game of League of Legends. I mean, it's also a shame because the first few minutes from Vitality were pretty good. Like, they got a decent lead onto Linces. They got the first few drags.
Fiesta was in a really good spot, roaming around the map. Oh, flash taunt. And there is enough damage immediately to shed the skin of the Casio. Linces tries to get on the backline, but with a Cataclysm and a Shockwave. Oh, it's a bouncy castle. Caps doesn't even fall. Only Nako survives. And G2 will just push in for the win. Nako with the 6-pack TP.
That's for the shield. That's for the shield.
It gives him a shield, sure, but I don't think the shield matters too much when you're immediately relegated to standing on your fountain. G2 will close out game 1 here as Vitality continue to struggle to find form in some.
Much better game from G2 though. I think they bounced back from a rough early game really well. And Caps had one early death, but apart from that, he played against this full dive comp really nicely. He was baiting them in, playing on the edge really well. And across the board, it just felt like you could really tell that G2 was a much better team.
Yeah, very much agreed with you. I can see the analyst just getting ready next to us, but I haven't been told to hand it over to them yet, so we have to continue talking. Now I can hand it over. There we go. AD, take it away.
Thank you so much, Medic. Wow!
Get through a Cassante and a Leona.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to re-enter a site that's already been controlled by the enemy team. So again, I look to Vitality and I say, let's see what you can do in the early game. Can you force Skumon?
There's not going to be any dive available as Linces is
this
passing
is
up
level
towards
2. Exhaust immediately. The Bob's just trying to walk and shoot a Daybreak. Karti has to flash away.
Okay, I don't know if he had to flash.
Plus for the level 3. Fleshy is going to face check into him. The Sonic Wave Resonating Strike just forces Fleshy to use the grand entrance away. Fiesta! Ooh. He flashed forward, he still gets him!
The delayed electrocute!
Oh, that was nice. Fiesta! Guardian. Sometimes we see electrocute as well if you really want to try and get some burst damage in lane, but you're not really in lane at the moment on support. So LeBron was looking there, thinking perhaps he could Zenith Blade onto Fleshy. Decides against it. Fiesta with a good chunk onto Caps. Another chain landing. There's the follow-up. Oh, Fiesta! He's just having an absolute joyous time in mid lane. And for killing a ward, it shows like at value something.
I thought they were just getting infinite gold.
It's a stack overflow of gold as the Sonic Wave is going to hit from Skumon. Red buff there for the slow. They'll chase onto Fiesta. Tempest Cripple as well. Reveals Fiesta and Caps. He gets him with the auto, gets the shutdown. The Orb of Deception deceived us in the fact that it missed, but Caps still had, because they are looking at poke into tanks, and the further ahead you can get, the better it is. As Caps continues to trade with Fiesta, who uses his Mimic, will land the chains. Lebrov flash Zenith Blade, shielded Daybreak there for the stun, Orb of Deception out as well, Spirit Rush available for Caps. There's the exhaust, and Fiesta, he's feeling himself a little too much.
I mean, G2 support jungle are there, ready to fight, while the support jungle from Vitality were thinking about the Ocean Dragon, and with the fact that they lost their mid laner, they're going to be forced out of their own jungle.
You get great triple man scout of the week. Kazi able to satchel away. Dragon's Rage kick for the knockback, and the chase with the Sonic Wave. I think Vitality thought the G2 were just going to go for the Gromp or the blue buff or the tri-bush wall. Then you drag him across and see if you can get the kill. But you have a lot of armor already with the helm, with the chain vest, and with the plated steel. Caps as Caps rushes forward and Fiesta feels it. Caps predicting it as well played.
Caps took this armor. We'll have to see. I mean,
you do have Satchel, but I don't think they're going to be able to get through the plates quickly enough. Another TP.
Fleshy with the unsealed spellbook.
So Fleshy will be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they get the cannon wave as well.
I was skeptical on this play, because I thought if Karsi's the only one TPing, it's a bit awkward, but with the unsealed spellbook, it's quite nice. It's now
coming. The Skumon's here, and the charm hits first. Flash forward for the Sonic Wave, follow with the resonating strike to Skumon. Dashes back to the distortion. And there's the chase further as Linces tries to flash away, but Skew gets a double. And I will say, in spring, I doubted this man's Lee Sin. It did not work well for G2 when we've seen it before. But here, 3-0 already on the pick. And G2 still defending topside, while Hans Summer, left to his own devices in bot lane, has taken plate after plate after plate. He's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
And Karsi got some plates on top, but
they're
fighting the 2v3.
They're going to go in. There's the all-out as well, and Caps is here with the Spirit Rush. The charm still connects onto him. Karsi flashes away, but Caps gets the kill. A follow-up solo flare to take down Nutko, and Fleshy underneath the tower, the last lone survivor. The wave not here for G2. Fleshy's going to try and walk back to his Wukong, and will get saved by the fact that Linces is on his way.
And Caps is doing so much damage on this map. Fiesta dashes forward, gets hit by the charm, and he tries to run, tries to flash away. Linces even tries to cancel the resonating strike, but he's not able to, and then Skumon is just landing all of these Sonic Waves. Takes down Linces as well, and then Caps is like, okay, I'm gonna go top now and kill you there too. Okay,
Jack, here is your mission if you choose to accept it.
Okay.
As our Tom Cruise, I'm going to give you Mission Impossible. How did Vitality get back in this game, dude?
Well, not like this.
Yeah.
I think Fiesta might just be dead.
Caps tried to flash for it. Fiesta saved in the end by a good distortion away. Caps thinking he could bring the Orb of Deception round, but Fleshy as well with the Gleaming Quill did heal Fiesta up a little bit.
Caps went Magi 15 minutes. Can you ever blame the draft? As BB now gets
I'm not
hit by
blaming the draft.
Okay.
I'm saying the draft in combination with how the first 15 minutes have gone has not been advantageous for Vitality's chances of winning this match, as BB survives 3 people, goes all out. He went back in as he tried to dive onto Linces. The Mikhail's healed there in time. Meanwhile, G2 just pushed through the mid side.
Playing aggressive, but it also felt like G2's, like Skumon and Lebrov, were very receptive and adaptive to that, while it felt like Linces and Fleshy were not on the same page whatsoever.
Agreed. And you do expect some of that in week 1. The solar flare comes down, distortion away from Fiesta. He goes back in. Okay, it's hard to be receptive when you're doing that, Fiesta! What are they meant to do to Linces on the enemy wolves? Linces can't be there.
Yeah, Fiesta might need a siesta after that one. That was rough.
Brave play. And I like the ambition. Just need to temper it a little bit, as Caps now has 14 stacks on his Medjais with a Malignance alongside.
Don't really have crazy DPS anywhere, so they're gonna have to play for the soul, most likely. So that makes it a lot easier and more...
Solar flare into the charm. And unfortunately, Fleshy's going to have to use the charm of his own to try and get away, but the Spirit Rush should be able to chase him down. Dances away in the end. Linces and Nagnako keeping the rest of G2 away from the next plate on this tower. They do use the Cyclone to do so. I mean, Fleshy escaped, he burnt his heal, his flash, his Mikhail's, his quickness. He did get out alive.
Nagnako trying to defend this top lane tower as well. The G2 formation. I think Fiesta is able to find a chain on the Broken Blade.
He tries to dash away.
He can land the second ultimate one.
Yeah, second chain would be good. Han Summer's on his way across. Oh, never mind. Broken Blade's going all out just this once, and as the distortion comes out, it's deceased for Fiesta. Tries to dash across the wall, but Caps is just too damn charming.
Nagnako has to back off, so it's just a free dragon for G2. And now G2 have 5 minutes to try. So Vitality will have plenty of time to react, as Fiesta...
Ooh, distorts away, blind there, as he gets Tempest crippled as well. Linces on his way across, good chain out of Fiesta. Caps looking for Kazi in the mid lane. Orbit Deception coming out, there's the charm. And Kazi isn't quite gonna die before the quickness comes out from Fleshy to save his AD carry. But Caps flashes forward and gets the kill anyway. Meanwhile, Skumon was able to extricate himself. Lebrov goes over the wall onto Linces, not sure that's where he wanted to end up. It's a double for Caps. The chase comes in with a Dragon's Rage. It's a triple for Caps. And after it looked like Vitality had been able to get themselves out, in the end, Caps just
feel this game is stunned.
Well, maybe the Mega Inferno lock seals it. Kazi's got it. Is he going to yeet it towards him? No vision on the Baron right now. The chains go down onto the bottom. Mega Inferno bomb.
Very early.
I mean, he also only did 500 damage.
Oh
my God! He got it! Kazi got it with the Leandry's Fiesta jumps into the pit as well, as Fleshy and Han Summer are traded. The Leandry's from Kazi kills off the Baron. Fiesta will die, 2 Caps. In fact, it's Skumon who gets it in the end with the 10th one.
That would be so
Skumon,
crazy.
Smite.
There's no way.
Smite, nice. Good job, Skumon. Waited for it to be at 1,200. As Linces look for a steal. Should be able to decoy across the wall here. Caps can chase him down, and with Infernal Soul, Linces is not going to lit blast for very long.
Caps pretty much just killed him with Spirit Rush and 2 Ws. Like, the Orb of Deception did the last 5% of damage.
I think Skumon can probably win this. Dragon's Rage. Skumon only has the Sunder Sky and the Black Cleaver. Will chase into Nagnako. Broken Blade's on his way across as well. Here comes Kazi. Dash forward from Skumon. Hard to make it in from Broken Blade as he's just standing in the middle of 4 members of Vitality, and they can barely chip his armor. And Summer's pushing through mid. Caps is up towards the top side. Those are the damage dealers, by the way, for G2. With Vitality trying to defend a 3-pronged approach. TP behind by Nagnako. The flanking Jace is not a tactic I have often seen. Fleshy going in with the charm. That's going to run out before he gets to Caps. Nagnako is now here. Caps is the universal taunt, and they can't get close to him. He just flashes away. And Vitality abandon their base for bare bones as the charm goes in from Caps, and he will foxfire you down. Chases onto Fleshy as well. Vitality invested everything into trying to kill Caps, and they couldn't even do that as Caps rushes across the wall, has another orb, gets another Spirit Rush, Fiesta steps forward, Caps gets another triple. As in the end, there's not much Vitality can do.
You know what, Medic? I thought yesterday, G2, they looked a bit sloppy.
Agreed.
But maybe MKOI are just a really good team. I'm really looking forward to KC versus MKOI now.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series.
G2 look really, really good throughout this game. Caps decided to put the game on his back after a tough early game. They're taking them down in the base. I mean, Lince's, oh my god, he dies in the fountain.
What's Cap's AP? It must be like $1 billion at this point, dude. The guy's hoarding all the AP for himself. We were told it would trickle down Caps, but apparently it all belongs to him. As G2 will clean it up, 2-0. Great performance by them on the day. A big step up, I think, from yesterday, because as you say, they were messy, and they will play with their food. Fiesta, the one bright spot for Vitality, I will say, but his aggression in the end was his downfall.
He tried and tried and tried, but it didn't work out for them. And Vitality, they have to be kicking themselves after such a tough start to the summer split. After they made a change to a roster that was so good in the regular season, they were what? They were 8-1, right?
Yeah.
Last regular season, they're already 2 losses now.
Yeah, and it's a struggle.
Split.
And they're playing against some very good teams to start things off with a new lineup, as you say. We'll see if they can bounce back tomorrow. It will be a tricky one for them because they will be playing up against MKOI. G2 taking a bow, as you can vote for one of them in your Kia Player of the Series vote. Broken Blade, Skumon, and Canada. You put down your taunt, and then Jarvan comes over the wall. It's like, okay, as Rumble there, you're pretty done for in those situations. Let's have a look at these two team comps holistically, because, and this is not something we often get for like a blue invade, because they already had pressure out of bot, and Alvaro was moving up to cover that area, but as you say, he just wastes a bunch of time. They'll go for Yahoo, flash in from Alvaro, and Jojo connects with the Shuriken. Alvaro will get it with the Ignite in the end. Great roam from the MKOI support.
You know, I'm going to say it for you.
Forcing him away, putting him massively behind. Alioya was able to take the top side crab while Yike and Busio walked through mid. In the end, it will just be one crab apiece. Leads in support and mid for MKOI, where that kill and assist came out. Alvaro, oh, he tries to get away, but he's interrupted by the flag and drag. And now Busio blast cones them back. Alvaro will be able to walk back to the safety of his tower with the TP coming in as well. The miasma going down, though. They'll chase Alioya as the wolf sinks his fangs deep into the Nocturne.
And Jojo had to base so much later that it was a 2 versus 3 for KC, as now Kalista ease forward.
He uses the barrier as well proactively here, chasing onto Super, who only has the cleanse. Super only has the cleanse, and you can't cleanse death.
And Kalist, he's solo killed Ruler.
Tons of pings on him as he roams around the map. Yeah, who needs to be careful. Doesn't have the flash anymore on this Cassio. 1 minion away from 6, though. Hits it now. Petrifying Gaze will grasp Alvaro out of midair with the miasma down. You thought for a second he could turn it around, but in the end, it's enough from Jojo and Alvaro to get the kill. Busio going in with the exhaust as well. Yike is here for the follow-up, but Busio will just take the supportal combat kill.
A 1-for-1 as both supports are continuing to roam here across the map. Jojo chunking down Busio as well. I think Kalista's
gets him the crab. He's already got the updated smite, as does Alioya. He is looking for the contest. There's a Cataclysm advantage for KC. Busio on his way across, has the flash. Jojo going to try and force him away. Yahoo flashes in from Busio as he dives in with the Zenith Blade, but Busio now has no mana and no way out. There's the Cataclysm. True Shot Barrage coming out as well, as we'll have an exchange of support. Jojo trying to get away. Mirwin TPing into the fray, but unable to find much purchase. Didn't have the equalizer.
Puzzling decision from MKOI here. Supa is basing down in the bot lane. They thought if they still very equal.
Still pretty even between the two. And Jojo has done a good job of navigating an early laning phase. A lot of it helped by the fact that Alvaro has been around mid, looking for those ganks. Jojo's yet to die on this Akali, even though there has been a lot of action in the middle portion of the map. Yahoo doing a good job here, but the Paranoia is going to chase him down. Petrifying Gaze doesn't connect as Jojo flips over him and sends him to the Spirit Realm. Now Busio's in the middle of 3. Yike trying to do what he can, but Busio, without a flash, without a dash, without a hope of escaping, will be taken out. Peace has been made by Supa as he claims his first kill of the game.
A 2-for-0 play here for MKOI. They make another play. No, but that's just a stereotypical meal.
Yeah,
chicken broccoli and rice.
Unseasoned, please. Apparently spices add too many calories. We're going to see a fight around the second dragon of the game. It's something KC have got in their favor is the fact they managed to pick up that first with a good smite. Equalizer down, doesn't really clip onto too many people as Kalista's able to walk away. Solar Flare as well used on that front line, and Yahoo already takes down Mirwin. MKOI now all on the retreat, but Alvaro not given that luxury. Great fight from KC. They take the Drake and they get a double for their Cassio.
And KC, they played
the enemy team.
Yeah, I think like the way to play this MKOI comp is you need to find the window where one player missteps, one player's there's a good engage to be had.
And that's exactly what KC are looking for. As Yike goes in, flag and drag out. Now Busio needs to retreat, does still have the flash. Jojo on the chase, dashes across the wall for the chase, and they manage to pick it up with a Dustbringer. Kana flashes in, gets the double taunt, super cleanses away, and Alvaro's got a full second in exchange of support. Petrifying Gates did come out from Yahoo, but didn't land the stun on anyone.
It's a 1-for-1. Jojo showed
if he didn't get a plate, he wasn't auto-attacking the tower at all. As Alvaro's still only level 5, they're going to catch out Busio, who is on the rotation across here. Good solo player gets one stun, but the Shroud of Darkness coming out from the Nocturne means that he's not CC'd. An ace in the hole for Super, just to get an assist, as Mirwin secures his first of the game. Even where it's a small goal lead for MKOI, but nothing too substantial. Most of it sitting on Alvaro, who's almost 1,000 ahead of Busio with that Sundered Sky already completed. You'd want that in some other spots, I feel, if you're MKOI's. Kalista Arcane shifts forward. Busio going in with a Zenith play for a good offshore wall dive. Into the solar flare. Yike there with a flag and drag. Cataclysm, TP behind. Paranoia onto Kalist. And they've gone too deep. Yike down. The dive in from Jojo as well, as Kalist is going to feel the pain of a 5-point strike. Busio trying to run away, but MKOI collapsed perfectly to find a double. Jojo says 4-0-4. Enemies not found.
And it's a huge overextension from KC. 3-for-0. Rift Herald for MKOI. Busio thought he could just one-shot Alvaro with Yike, but he didn't.
KC here, gonna get a pretty uncontested third Drake. Puts them on Mountain Soul point, which is pretty substantial in this game, you have to feel. A Mountain Soul is real. MKOI do still have a 3,500 gold advantage because of that sequence, and now with the Rift Herald, they're going to look to make a play. Jojo trying to take out Yahoo. Needs to dodge away from the Petrifying Gates. Rift Herald comes down in the mid lane. Solar Flare there for the follow-up. And I don't think you wanted to take that right. Alvaro has to flash away, but with the Cataclysm following up, he's just going to die. Super puts a couple of headshots into Yike, but not enough to get through the helmet that he's wearing. As MKOI was a bit of a disheveled play, you have to feel. Didn't even take the tower down.
Was it a Herald? He popped out that ended up in...
Herald
okay,
across the wall.
just
The Paranoia comes in with the equalizer as well. Super trying to get in range for an ace in the hole. I don't think he's going to be necessary to this. Elioya gets his second in mid. Super trying to walk in here. Jojo looking for a flank position. Kana's going to mark him. Drake down to 5k, Soul on the line. They go in with the taunt onto Jojo. Yike there for the follower. Flag and drag, Cataclysm. Jojo tries to dash away. Meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, Heroes Entrance coming out with Jojo with a perfect execution of an escape into an assassination. Will take one. Kalist is down, but so is Elioya. And now MKOI on the retreat. The dive in from Alvaro. Busio, the one locked up. Kana trying to get in. The Justice Punch is blocked. But now Super can't escape. The fangs of Yahoo as KC clean up the fight.
KC clean the fight. 4-for-1. They'll get the Mountain Soul. And the gold lead that MKOI held for so long has been diminished. Jojo tried to go for the flank. He's able. Has no ultimate as well. So it's going to be Nash Soul for KC. And the game has completely shifted back into their favor. We'll have to see how they're able to use this Nash. A lot of sitting gold on the map with the outer towers. Than MKOI. There's no real front line on the side of MKOI, while
KC have 3.
Even 4 you could argue with how tanky Yahoo is.
Jojo's called out, has to use perfect execution to get across towards the blast code. And now with Soul as well. Like, everyone is so difficult to kill unless Super has that time to open up. And even though he had a little bit of time in the last fight, you're also risking a flag, I believe, with the Zeal and the Scout Slingshot.
First. And, I mean, I understand it. He is playing against the Astral, and he wants to try to get the poke, but... Oh, Mirwin.
Flash away from Mirwin. Busio happy enough just to stand under this tower for a moment. Yike looking for the get. Look at how much damage Alvaro took. Just trying to answer the pressure from Busio. Elioya is going to look for a Paranoia towards the mid lane as they dive onto Kana, but Kana is so damn tanky. Elioya forced away. A TP in from Yahoo as well as they look for the chase on towards this Nocturne. Miasma down. Jojo on the wrong side of it as another Taunt comes out and Busio's here for the chase. A cataclysmic event in the base of MKOI, but perhaps KC has stepped too far.
KC bit it off a bit more than they can chew. 2-for-1 here as they're able to take down Super, but they wanted to go for a bit more. They won't be able to break the inhibitors with this Nash, but they took away MKOI's gold lead and got one. Playing quite well in every single team fight, but who does he kill? He's going to do... Okay, maybe
they're all going to go in onto Kana here, who does have the flash. Will use it to get across the wall with the Justice Punch there. The taunt comes out. They'll go for the Chaser Heroes entrance. Silence as Kana does go down. Mirwin's TPing in here as well. There's Cataclysm in by Yike, but Yike falls again to Jojo. Kalist will take the counter kill, and now it's a 3v3 and Kalist begins to open up. Yahoo here for the cleanup as he slithers through the MKOI lines. The petrifying gaze doesn't even need to hit as KC turned the fight on its head.
KC had them routed. MKOI wanted to go for the play. Callista's flashing forward. He wants to take down Mirwin as well, making an ace. They have the top wave. It's a 25-second death timer. I don't think they can end the game. 20 seconds until Elder Dragon. So probably they will just head over there, take the Elder Dragon. Can they even take the Elder Dragon?
Maybe
seconds?
not for now. There's the far sight, 5k on it.
Elyoya has one, Mirwin has another far sight.
Okay, so second far sight, Paranoia just too slow. A solar flare onto Alvaro means that Callista's able to take the kill and the Noxion's going to join him in the death chamber. KC now with the Elder should be able to just march down mid. There's an inhibitor there for them. They could go for Baron as well if they want to make sure their siege sticks. But I think they're going to crack open the base of MKOI. Yike goes in with a Cataclysm. Doesn't win that trade, but does have a Guardian Angel to resurrect him from the dead. The True Shot Barrage! And once again, Yahoo shows that he's the King Cobra on this rift. Takes the kill. Jojo tries to get onto Kana, but you don't win those, Jojo. He might get the wave. A 5-point strike could clear some of this out at least. Not that much. It takes a while for Akali to work her way through a minion wave. But there's a big wave in the bot side as Jojo falls to the laser of the Elder. And KC, only faced with Alvaro and Mirwin, should be able to close this one out.
KC made the comeback happen in their own arena.
Lucio down and Yoda too as well. Alvaro is going to die. Yike on his way across. That's the first Nexus tower down. Yeah, KC in their own arena, Jack, are not going to lose to MKOI today. 1-0 up in this best of 3, and even though MKOI had the advantage in the early game, it was all KC from 20 minutes on.
MKOI showed some great signs of life. They showed some great team fighting, but all the dragons went the side of KC, and that ended up being the thing that decided this game. With the Mountain Soul, with the Elder Dragon, and KC makes their fans happy for game number 1.
Great play all round from KC. I can see Sally setting up on stage with Bucio. We're going to hand it over to her in just a moment's time. Give us a quick sideline interview.
I think KC, again, they have stronger front line, an easier comp to execute, while it feels like MKOI, they really need to land that public execution, have a great tempo. So we could see either team go for that. Jojo is really chunked in this mid lane. In case you want to try to fight in this top side.
Shadow Dash in from Bucio here. The Darkened Dagon's already used. Cosmic Binding will find the stun. Kana moving from top side means that these Razor Beaks an easy enough contest for KC. The smite comes out from Yike. And he does manage to steal away that.
Fighting level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A team that just plays normal League of Legends.
It's a fight for you. As Kana takes a lot of damage from Super. Tries to flash away. Not close enough to the Mega with the Cosmic Binding landing. Super claims first blood. Need any of that smoke.
And now Kalist wants to open up towards top side, look for a cross map top for themselves. We'll have to see if MKOI decide to match it, as Mirwin should be able to stand united.
Public execution coming out as well. A Shadow Dash from Bucio should be enough to catch out Mirwin here, who tries to dash away, still has the flash. There's the taunt, and Kana sets up perfectly to clean up that play.
Really good macro play.
Could still look for Kana. Elyoya's on his way across. Kana about to go Mega, but running.
That's the flash.
There's the Helm's Pursuit. Kana flashes it. Darking Daggers 1 hits. Darking Daggers 2 connects. The Mega, the wallop, the flash forward from Jojo. Kana surviving for so long. A Supreme Display of talent coming out. Elio's going to dive to the tower. Jojo's going to follow suit as Yike secures the kill. Mirwin will answer. 2 for 2 the exchange. Meanwhile, in your picture-in-picture, we saw Kalista and Bucio teaming up to get a kill. Super in the mid lane, trying to take down Yahoo. Flashes away. The tower shot won't be enough, and Bucio gets in with just the tip of the Shadow Dash. KC open up the map.
And it's
you catch him out on the move, right?
And that's maybe what's happening.
Goes in, Super spots him, Supreme to save hand. Good buster shot back means Super has time to buffer out the jump. With the Stand United coming in from Bucio, would have been an uneven trade. TP coming in from Jojo as they look to answer with a play towards the top side. Yahoo trying to survive underneath the tower. Has the Arcane Storm. The wave cleared out with the Rift held there. Yahoo's about to be in a 4v1. He steps forward. Elioya goes in with a House Pursuit. And there's just no escape. There's no way out of that one. I thought for a second Yahoo might be able to do something but MKOI collapsed well on the top side.
It's a proactive play from MKOI. They get the top tower, they get the kill. Kana was thinking about basing and TPing to save his mid laner, but he decided against it. Just decided that Yehu's dead no matter what. I'm gonna push this bot tower myself. And they were also able to push in mid. But MKOI will even be able to pick up the tier 2 actually with the second Rift Herald charge. A really good proactive play from them.
MKOI are giving up the Drake for this. You can see the pings coming out from KC. They'll even it out at one aim, will even out those neutral objectives. Kalist, the real beneficiary so far this game of everything that KC have done. 1.7 thousand gold ahead on this Kai'Sa. Likely to stand united onto a Kiana, onto a Nav as they jump in. MKOI have gained control of this bottom side. There is a red buff spawning, and now they might actually just look for a play in mid, because KC are outnumbered. Hound's Pursuit in, Kalist flashes away, double TPs as they look for the collapse. KC want to take this play, a good tempered bait, Mirwin diving onto the back line, but there's a good Gnar double wallop, and the damage on the back line of MKOI is just too big. Jojo falls first, Elioya forced away, Super trying to survive, dashes, but he face plants into a wall. What is it with the MKOI bot lane and the jungle walls this game? Mirwin misses the public execution, and Kalist brings down the guillotine. Alvaro has to flash away, but KC with a perfect collapse clean up MKOI.
And KC, it's just a 1-5 from KC, probably just from that.
Yeah, you can see that doubled as well. Yeah, who picked one up earlier, hasn't have to use it before he's almost up towards the Zhonyas with a needlessly large rod in his inventory as well. MKOI trying to posture around the Baron, but the gravity well's gonna stun up Jojo, and I don't think he gets out of this one. Yike displaying his talent in the Adidas Arena, grabs himself a double, and it's rapturous applause from the KC Massive.
And KC with 2 kills, they're thinking about the Nash and they think they can go for it. Kana's gonna stick in mid here, not allowing Super to get the tower. And the MKOI, they know it's gone. Elioya goes for the Krugs. Mirwin pushes in the bot lane. But this feels like we've seen this from MKOI so many times. These random mistakes. Yeah. Jojo just gets stunned by a Victor gravity field.
And part of the problem now for MKOI is you're losing vision lines. You can't step further forward into your jungle. And again, we have that same problem we had in game 1 of the series. Who face checks? Oh, is it a Bard or Super trying to get away from this? Hound's Pursuit going on to Kalist as well. He's dodged to the side of the Tempered Fate. He manages to extract himself, but Yike doesn't manage to do the same. A huge shutdown. Public Execution does not connect onto Kalist, who supercharges away. Elioya still on the chase. A Magical Journey is going to charge them onto Bucio, who shadow dashes away. Kana trying to get to the Blast Cone. He'll jump for freedom, jump for joy, and manage to escape as well. Meanwhile, Yehu takes a mid tower, but MKOI show they've still got...
Also making the Baron power play negative for KC, as now Yehu wants to look onto Elioya, has to stand united.
Stand United comes in, Elioya silenced with the Arcane Storm, tries to eviscerate out, shielded up by Jojo, but Kalist is here to mop up the kill. The final auto enough, Mirwin trying to step forward to steal away the red buff, and he does manage to do so. MKOI won't lose their jungler and their jungle at the same time.
If he is solid, that means he's doing really well. And if there is a player to bring it back in this game, it's probably Mirwin, as we see him onto Kana now.
Jumps onto Kana, Hound's Pursuit out from Elioya as well, as Kana tries to leave the wall but doesn't get over, flashes away Public Execution, it's a Gnar! Beautiful! Oh, magnifique, c'est bon here on Paris! What a play from KC, as Jojo has to flash away, but Super does not share that same fate. Alvaro chased out by KC. It's a quadra quatre for Carmine Corp as they look to close out the series.
KC has shut the door in MKOI's face. Mirwin wanted to try to go for the play on Kana, but they just didn't have the damage. And KC, they're gonna win this series 2-0, showing their supremacy in Paris.
And they're not done with it yet. Jojo falls, joins 4 more in the grave, as KC just sweep away the Spanish contingent. KC 2-0.
A stellar game from Yike and Kalist. I feel like both of them played so aggressive, so far forward. And Yike with the one-shot on Supa, that's one to remember. So this has to feel...
I mean, this feels good. This feels good. This was clean. Game 1 from behind, playing to their compositional strengths. Game 2, a couple of hiccups, but still. Your key player of the series votes are Yike, Yehu, and...